Hey, it would actually help if I had my microphone on. I tend to find that streams work a lot better if your microphone is turned on. Pro tip for any would-be streamers out there. I recommend turning your microphone on. Hello. Hey, Ketabuff. I don't know what's happening with this intro animation anymore. It's getting out of hand. Let's spam the stream going live in my various places. Discord link. Hell yeah, Terranix is awesome. Or Night Vision by Sandman, if you want to be exact about this. Right, there we go. Sorted. Successfully spammed. How's everyone doing today? Why have I got my headset microphone? There we go. I don't really need that out.
Hey there, sport.
Hey, sport.
What's the word?
Oh, nice. Sounds good. You're involved in teaching, right? So, that's cool. I like big knobs, I cannot lie, yeah. I'm not sure what NOFs are in this context. I'm a bit worried now. Hello. These are the harms God denier. DP with the old joke continuations. I was discussing with Matthew and a couple of others earlier. I need to get the, right, you see, oh god, how do I pick this out in amongst all this lot? You see the goofy dancing guys go past there? I need to cut them out so they're on a transparent background. And I need to make them into a thing you can, you know, spend points on. They're from Phantasmagoria 2. Hold on, let me see if I can get rid of some layers here. Not that one. There we go. Yeah, look at these goofy guys. Oh, they're amazing. That's from Phantasmagoria 2, that one. I need to cut them out and have a thing. Basically, I just put all the dancing things at once, and have Nice Day Guy as well. Looks like the 80s. No, well, it's from Phantasmagoria 2, which is very 90s. So, but I guess it could be a bit 80s-ish. Could be a throwback. I don't even know what type of dancing that is. Do people do that ever? Do people just walk along the street doing that? I hope so. It would be a better world if people did. Today's drink for when we inevitably enter the hydration zone, which I'm kind of in at the moment. It's passion fruit and orange. It's cider again, obviously. What is this? Oh, is there a thing? If there's a thing giving feedback, I don't know what it is. It's not my fault. Don't blame me. I didn't mean to. Oh no, I don't,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Hey, Paraffin with the oh no. You don't have to give... Oh yeah, I see it. I don't know what that is. But you can give me feedback if you want. Or don't. It's fine. Actually, no, I'm scared now. I'm worried. Are they the like are they the categories? Skill, dedication. I do tend to give up and cheat quite easily, so humour, responsiveness. I mean, I'm not too bad with that. Relatability. I try to be. That's not really something I can have control over. Yeah, that's interesting. Definitely skill though. Yeah, that's what I'm known for. The icon for skill is a cat wearing sunglasses. Why? I mean, a cat is quite skillful, to be fair. Like, have you seen him, like, walking along fences and shit? And jumping? They're pretty good. So there is logic to that. Right. Where's Noel? Ah! Ah. DP with the innuendos. Right. Let's turn off the music and make a beginning of it, shall we? bruh. Move window, please. Oh, there the window's moving about. Oh, hello. She wasn't in the title screen before, was she? I don't remember her walking onto the title screen. Did she do that before? I don't remember that. Is the volumes okay? Maybe it's like an Easter egg, like it happens every 1 in 1,000 times or something. The rare Kate Archer. Clearly that's the explanation. It was Unity headquarters. What's going on with this? With this aspect ratio? Something weird's going off. Also the game's like really quiet.
Is this the information on the
that's my
soldiers?
volume. Okay.
Everything I could find.
Oh.
Dear.
Your glasses? Again?
I think I left them in the cafeteria.
I'll be right back.
Something's weird with this aspect ratio. Wait. There's no mouse control. Hey, it's going well. Already going well. What's going on? That's alright. Is it because I've got controller plugged in? I can't move the mouse. Also, it's kind of, things look kind of stretched. Let's try again. Let's just try again. This game is old, so, you know. There we go. That looks righter to me. Hey, that's not skill, that's just the game being old. You can't blame me there. Hey, here we go. Who's that?
They should be sitting on a table in plain sight.
What you on about? What was they doing? Eyeglasses. This is a high stakes operation. Modern genetics. I like that there's just a book on cloning. Just how to clone. Introductory mad science. I like that. It's good periodic table there. I wonder if that's accurate, because some of them probably weren't invented yet or discovered yet. I don't know me periodic table that closely. What we got here? Is that Jim's School of Science? Is that a J? I think that's a J. Where's Jim Plays Games? Did he know he had a School of Science? British Secret Service. Oh, it's Bruno. It's Bruno's office. The something of something. The oath of something. I too am a nerd, so that explains. That doesn't seem very secure. There's just a gap there. Oh, Oath of Allegiance, probably. There's just a gap in where the ceiling is. That doesn't seem very. I guess this is already like high level clearance. This is some good architecture. Very, very 60s. Friend? Did that say friend? Why does that say, what says friend? That's weird.
Are you actually talking to me? Wow.
That's pretty relatable. I mean, yeah. It's understandable. This is action packed. Although to be honest, it's nice to have a sort of quiet wander around and look at things mission. Since we were running away from Big Daddies last time. Oh yeah, it probably is Allegiance. Does his toilets work? I'm disappointed. The lack of toilets is distressing. Do I have any decoders now? Hey friend. Why are they all called friend? Seems a bit presumptuous if you ask me. If anyone sees any eyeglasses, shout out. Yeah, they're just friend. Hello, generic friend. How are you doing today? Box on a table? Oh yeah. Well, that seems like intelligence. Yeah, it's a robot shark.
Not a very detailed plan of attack. We can work out the details later.
Oh, it's bloody army man.
El Presidente to sign off on the idea. Let me know what he says.
Everyone's favourite new character, American general guy. Beloved character by all. I can't think of many new characters. I guess the Japanese woman was pretty cool. The ninja woman, she was alright. Wow, that's a colour. That's a choice, for sure. Wow, we've gone full circle. And still no glasses. Wow. Yes, the least full mall in the universe. Oh, there's some sort of mass hall area. Oh man, finally I can deal with all these friends. Found it. Oh no! Oh, doing a thing!
They're believed to be armed and extremely dangerous. I've just been told that the intruders appear to be mine.
Oh, not mine. Literally no one likes mine.
Oh-ho! Now I have you, eh? Out of my way! You do not threaten me! Move, you idiot!
I can't do a lot.
Perhaps you don't stand a chance!
There we go. Right, we've got an SMG. Was there a... Fucking hell, there's a fucking gun on the table. Yeah, we're being stealthy. I missed the gun, I'm sorry. Jeez. It was a tiny gun. Why is it suddenly like windy? I guess they broke the glass. Smash that like button. Like, comment, subscribe.
Can't hide for
Oh.
long!
Oh, I can. Yeah, join my Patreon. For more demonstrations of skill.
I shall exterminate you!
At least these mines have good guns. Wait. Give me more ammo. Thank you. The problem is if you all like ironically press the skill button, will that like all players who are looking for skillful players come across my channel? Because some people are gonna be disappointed on that one, I'm afraid.
Prep time to die!
Hello.
Hey, Jim Plays Games. How's it going? There was a certificate on the wall saying Jim's School of Science in this game. So you've got a School of Science apparently. I don't trust that explosion. Oh, there we go. It's fine. I thought it was going to be like Deus Ex where you have to like quickly press on it. Yeah, if I run into it again. I jammed a stapler. Well, hey. What a turn up for the books. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Blinded by science. I don't know. What are you talking about? I assume Jim knows. 'Cause I don't. Jim says it. Oh. Is that a reference to something? Hey! Jim with the comeback on that one. Here we go. Oh. Hey, Kate, I am hiding. Well, hey. Look, we're pretty sure that's the J. It could be Tim's School of Science. But, you know, it's probably Jim's. I mean, you are quite sciencey, so it does fit. Did you say JSS? Oh yeah, that's definitely a J. Sweet. A science-tician. A scienceologist. Power flying. Power? Well, that was easy. I'm glad I didn't have to start up like 20,000 generators for that. As is usually the case. So Dr. Schenker is hiding. Yes, it is now sciencemen's only. Oh yeah, we're going to look at the periodic table, weren't we? There's mimes, by the way. We shoot in mimes, which is encouraged by all, I feel. Is that accurate for the time? I can't even read all the letters, so... Is that a B there? I'm not sure. Because we think some of them might not have been there in the 60s. Especially the weird ones down at the bottom. What's the deal with them? They're all crazy elements down there. They've all got dumb names like Americanium and stuff. Like, who the fuck knows those? Californium? I mean, come on. They're just making shit up there. Which, I mean, they're all made up, but you know what I mean. The bottom ones seem extra made up. Oh, well, they're the most normal ones of the bottom ones. They have all the weird ones. Einsteinium. That's weird. I don't remember that. Why would you ever need that? Like, clearly video games have taught us that even science people have periodic tables on the walls. Clearly they forget as well. Why would you need to learn them off by heart? As long as you understand what's going on with them and
I am damaged.
you know what each one does and stuff. You shouldn't have to learn all of them. The only time I could see that being useful is if you're like a quizzer. Because then you might get asked questions about them. That's the only time. There's one more. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it's just, you know, schools. School's gonna school. Am I right, guys? Yay! Got skill points for defeating the mimes. I thought you were... Oh, you're not the one I was looking for. Have a banana. Have a banana. Cafe Unity. That's I can't see the word Unity without thinking of the game development tool. Chipped beef on... That's not a thing. Grilled cheese, yeah. Hot dog roll up. Cheese zombie? What's that? What are these things you can buy? Hot dog roll up. Just beef gravy, okay. What a rubbish menu. BLT sandwich, turkey tetrazzini, fruit cocktail, wow. Soda pop, fizzy soda. Can't get any. I like this smooth jazz. Where's that scientist gone? Is he back in his room? I don't think that was a thing, unfortunately. If I see one again, I will try shooting it. I also think there's another explosive somewhere. Yes. Player. Clearly we need master stealth. Wow, 400 to 1,000%. That's a good deal. Well, not all of them, obviously. Oh, let's have some armor. I'm sure, let's carry more. There we go. Yeah, is that on Mythbusters? Mythbusters should do that one. This is very calm music for, you know, being invaded by harm and explosives. Hey friend. Where the fuck is this explosive? I don't feel... Have I been around here? I think I have. I can't find it. Yeah, I mean, not much is actually happening, so... I like even Army General guy is like hiding and cowering. Well, let's decode this. I don't know what it does, but... Wow. I feel better already.
Hey there, sport.
Hey,
What's
sport.
the word?
What is the word? Oh, we've done that one. So, Unity got invaded and there's explosives, but I can't find them. Just to update underscore there. And plus when we talked about science, there's a periodic table that appears to be historically accurate. We were talking about how oh yeah, I always forget about that bloody compass. Yeah, except we're just sort of prodding them. We're not really doing anything crazy to stop them. How do I get around there? We're not freezing them. Sadly. It's that way. And I was talking about how the bottom of the periodic table is all weird ones. Oh, hey. All the weird ones are down there. Oh, was it up here? No. Where is that then? I don't understand. Is that it? No, I did that one. Where is it? Is it up there? Oh, security office. Oh, it was in here. Is there one that's... Oh, that is weird.
All personnel stand down from alert.
What a
Rest of the news
freak.
tonight. Thank you.
What a freak element. Oh, are those the ones that like Ununumian? Because it's like the number. Because they haven't got proper names yet. You know, we saw Dr. Schenker earlier and now I don't know where he's gone again. What do we have to do? Find Dr. Schenker. Fucking hell, where was he? Unununium. That reminds me of Ululilia. Ululilia? What was his name? Oh, that was a whole rabbit hole, that was. I liked Ululilia. Does anyone remember who Ululilia is? It was kind of it was kind of an odd internet person, kind of in the vein of Chris Chan, but not nearly as like certainly weird, but not gross weird. He was an interesting character, was Ululilia. I don't know if he's like online anywhere now. But he did like game development, and he was like obsessed with like huge numbers and like it wouldn't actually make the game. It was doing this platform game, and it would just focus on parallax backgrounds and doing like a million layers to them. And it would like grind in Final Fantasy VI to forever. Like any game with, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It was just, I guess it was kind of impressive. Let's talk to Dr. Schenker and
There you are.
I'll talk about him a bit more.
Ah, you found them. Sorry to alarm you. Some strange small person popped into my office and I thought it better to run away.
Commendable plan.
Let's take a look at those files, shall we? Must you fidget?
Yes.
I should think I can come up with something helpful. Of course, I'll need to analyze the data more thoroughly, so why don't you run along and blow something up for a while?
Good idea.
Nice.
I'll just pop out and rescue Armstrong.
Alright, this guy again.
Armstrong.
It's mine guy. He's the new bad guy in this one. It sure was.
Dang it. Dang, nap, down, ding, ding, ding. Whiskey, straight up.
This is some serious animation.
Bunch of damn girly men ain't willing to do what needs to be done. No, you don't want to listen to my problems.
On the contrary, I'd love to.
Oh no, it's the main bad guy. Oh yeah, Illyrium 115 is all the best UFOs are made from it. Oh, robot sharks. Well, I love an underwater base. So yeah, earlier was like, I think he was sort of, maybe it was like obsessive compulsive or something. It's probably not fair to just diagnose him with stuff. But it seemed like there was something slightly off about him. It was like, he had a whole website and a really detailed dream diary, and like, he would list things and put a number to how much he liked them. And his website was like a whole rabbit hole of stuff. He was a very odd person, but kind of fascinating.
Oh man, I'm bleeding.
And he did some game development stuff. And he was obsessed with the highest numbers. It would play a lot of Disgaea, the strategy RPG, because you can like level up basically infinitely in that game. I bet I wonder if he ever played Cookie Clicker, because I bet he'd be into that. I mean, that game's got numbers so big I don't know the names for them. Once you get past like Decillion, like, I've got no idea after that. The Keef, the Crane. Oh, we're gonna have Crane games.
Big number incoming 44 octillion 400.
Yay, octillion.
440.
Love an octillion.
444 quintillion 444 quadrillion 444 trillion 444 billion 444 million 444,444.
But yeah, it is the game he was making before he sort of disappeared was called Platform Masters, and it seemed to be some sort of you know, general platform game. It wasn't anything crazy except for the backgrounds, which are like ridiculous amounts of parallax scrolling. I mean, it's I don't know how that stuff holds up to today's scrutiny. I'll have to look him up again and find some of his old videos. Cause he wasn't that much of an artist, to be fair. Oh yeah, and he even wrote a novel and put it like self-published. And the novel, like, it would describe the colours and things using hex codes, RGB hex codes. That's our Ululilia. That's the only thing I remember about the novel. We need more internet eccentrics like that. You know, not like Christian. And I was kind of surprised because, like, people didn't really sort of... People weren't horrible to Ulalilia. In the way... I mean, he didn't really do anything to warrant it, I suppose, but I'm kind of surprised he didn't get, like, trolled enough that he went into hiding or anything. So, good on you, internet. Thanks for not driving Ulalili into hiding, internet.
Compared to some of the places I've worked. You used to be at CCI, right? Yeah,
Oh yeah, there was a Kickstarter, wasn't
bunch
there?
of low-life thugs. It's nice to be working with professionals. We've been around a while now. In this business, you adapt or die. I hear you. Only complaint I got is the salute. It's kind of complicated. I'm always worried about leaving part of it out. Anybody explain the symbolism? What symbolism? Watch. The first part of the salute is heart. That stands for desire. The second part is world. The last part is grab or take. Ah, heck, that makes a lot more sense. Thanks. Anytime.
Hey guys. Stealth! Oh god, Temple OS, yeah. Unfortunately, the guy who, well, the guy who did that actually offed himself, I think. Committed suicide, so that's a downer. But apparently he wasn't very nice. Like, he used a lot of slurs and stuff. And he had some issues. Yeah, Temple OS was wow. Yeah, no, the Temple OS guy killed himself. I only find Temple OS like really sort of quite impressive in its own weird way. Like, it's bad and insane, but like,
Here I come.
but like, who like has made their own OS from completely from scratch? Like, that's not, you know, that's not nothing. Yeah, it had random generators. It even had like, it would generate random tones, and it would be like God's music. I mean, yeah. But I mean, even that, even Linux is based on Unix or whatever. He's still standing on the shoulders of giants or something. Temple OS though. Oh, maybe that's based on something as well, I'm not sure. It's just funny to see it running, Temple OS, because it's like, everything's like flashing colours and scrolling, it's hideous. I love it. Please. I do love an underwater tube. Underwater tubes are pretty cool. They're good in racing games, as we discussed in the futuristic racing game stream.
This is the 5th time I've...
Oh no, he saw me. Don't shoot. Don't shoot the scientist, man.
You're asking for it.
Oh, it's a robot, man. It's one of those like proper 60s robots. How do you blow this up? I don't think I can destroy this. How do you sort out the robot? Is a game in which the player travels to a burning bush to use ice. Okay. Oh, you know what I have to do a stream of at some point? I know I talk about future streams a lot, but stay with me. I need to stream some games from M. Dickey. Dark Pulse would have heard of M. Dickey, I bet. I need to play some The New Testament. Yeah, M. Dickey is something else.
Hold on there, pal.
Yes. So M. Dickey did like Christian games, but also wrestling games, and he would do all his 3D models himself, which was very apparent. I.e., not very good.
I'll get you. No, please.
Results of investigation inconclusive.
And they are something special. Like, the New Testament is fucking crazy.
You asked for it.
Results of investigation.
It's like you as in you. Like Y-O-U. I know what I'm doing.
I'm on my coffee break. Come back later.
What's wrong?
What am I doing? Find out where Armstrong is now. Obtain a copy of Harm's new mission statement. Hey, Cure, how's it going? The dogs and cats are downstairs / outside, respectively.
Stuff sure comes in handy. Hey, gotcha! Get down! Look out! Oh no! Get over here! Watch out! I'm coming for you!
Fun crossbow times. That's my favourite magazine, the Crossbow Times.
All right, I heard that. Wait till I get my hands on you.
Is that real magazine? Probably is. It's probably been on the missing word round in Have I Got News For You at some point. I'm always surprised about these like really like niche magazines that you can get, because like it must be hard. Like if you have a magazine about, I don't know, cod fishing, like how do you get news about it? Like how do you think of stuff? Like there's a Minecraft magazine, but how do you find stuff to keep that interesting? Because the updates aren't that common. I guess you can put people's builds in there, but I mean even then, reading about a build in a magazine isn't as good as walking around it in the game. Like, what do they even put in Minecraft magazine? I mean, yeah, sure. I actually like Minecraft. I played it like religiously for a few years there. It suits my autistic brain. You're creating order from chaos, which is something all us autistics can get behind. Autistic people, I should say. You've never played Minecraft? It's alright, it's good. Yeah, exactly, I kind of burned myself out on it. Although I just liked to build in it. Yeah, it's like a whole landscape made of cubes, and you can mine the cubes. Well, first you like punch a tree to get the wood from it, and then there's a crafting system where you can make a tool out of the wood, and then you start mining stone, and you get higher and higher levels of materials. And you build like a workbench, and you start mining for gold and diamonds and stuff. And there is an ending to it. There's sort of a hidden temple somewhere on the map that you've got to find. And you need specific items to find it. I don't know what I'm doing.
Stuff sure comes in handy.
Oh. Requisition form. Oh. Yeah, there's a dragon you can kill. It's like in another dimension. It's pretty cool. I've just got another thing to do. I already can't find two things.
Leave me alone. I'm unarmed.
Yeah, that ending text was always strange. It's a bit pretentious. I forgot what it says. I remember it being a bit weird. Oh no! Oh, there's a card somewhere. I'm not picking that up.
Here I come.
Can I just shoot the signs? Ow! Right, I'm looking for a key card. I'm looking for anything. Oh, body remover. Bit late for that.
Where are ya?
Where are you? Where are you? Oh. Hey, what was...
I'm sorry, the supercomputer user manual is currently checked out. Since you're cute,
Oh.
I'm going to help you out. Chris Hibbard has had the manual checked out for the past 4 months. He's terrible about bringing stuff back when he's done with it.
Okay, so Chris
Stuff
Hibbard
waiting on his
now.
desk. I even made a copy of his office pass card. You can borrow it, but please bring it back when you're done. I'd hate to have some thick security.
Why would you help me? Well, okay. Nope, never played this beyond like the first level before. Oh, go away, robot. You're the worst kind of robot, one with those wacky flailing arms. I've got a card, let me in. Is this not the card? It's not on like another button, is it? Danger! Arms are flailing wildly. Retrieve date.
on
What?
there, pal.
What does that mean?
Please. Here comes Buck.
To play us out? What does that mean to play us out? There's no words on it. Fucking thing sucks. Retrieve data. What? Okay. Oh, fucking hell. See, look, it wasn't even...
Correct input procedure. User manual can be obtained from Supercomputer Services Department in Corridor 2.
So I'd already got past that bit.
You must fill out a requisition form with the correct item number.
I was ahead of you.
The item number is listed in...
Actually, so there. Not as dumb as you thought. I was actually like beyond that objective already. So there. Found a rotten apple. What do you think about that? Oh Jesus Christ! I can't fix the camera. Out of my way, scienceman. No one lives forever. Colon. Where the fuck do you go? That should be the subtitle of this game.
Payback time. Get over here. Medic.
Gotta say, not enjoying this game as much as the first one. Fucking robots. Hey! Hey, this music's from when you start up the program and it goes into the splash menu. Oh, piss off. Supercomputer room. Let's go this way. Oh, what are you? Oh, you're that guy.
Error does not compute.
What?
User attempting to employ version 1.0 input procedure. Current version is...
I'll have to bring it back to the dude.
Wait till I get my hit.
Oh, he's falling down the thing. It actually is a lot like that, isn't it?
Give yourself up.
I mean, you know, like, it's all based on, like, the Nazis and stuff anyway, so... Probably is a real gun. Oh, he's gone. He's taking a potty break. What am I meant to do then? Hey, there's a good sore spot of dark forces now. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah, you go to the toilet, obviously. Hey, Spence. Soz, mate. Sit in one of the space chairs and spin. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Can I do that?
Don't hurt me.
Well, I can't
I
sit.
see
You can't sit.
You asked for it.
Did I ask for it? Yeah. It's in a pretty good state at the moment. It's called the Force Engine, I think.
Give yourself up.
Yeah, it's like smooth 60 FPS. The only thing it doesn't have is like the mouse look is still like...
Sorry, bud.
It's still like the old kind of mouse look where it stretches up and down. But apparently they are working on a perspective correct, you know, looking up and down thing.
Error does not compute.
Oh, we're going to the thing, don't I? Sorry. There we go.
I give up.
Yeah, that was the sort of closest thing we had before.
All systems responding.
But yeah, I was quite surprised that it was like working and stuff. I only played the first level in it, so
Sorry, bud.
I can't personally testify, but it seems good.
You okay? I know you're around here somewhere.
That fucking robot.
Error does not
Ah,
compute. User attempting to employ version 1.0.
it's pretty good.
Current version is.
It's
Get up.
Please consult.
you definitely need some tolerance for old FPSs with huge levels. It's Jim plays games would not approve of Dark Forces. He's got big, confusing levels.
Eat lead.
It's not even bad compared to Jedi Knight either. Can I hand grenade
Damn
these
thing.
robots? Not even a hand grenade works on them. What the fuck? You play Jedi Knight 2? That's surprising because
Kiss your sweet.
Jedi Knight 2 is also like that, where the levels are just gigantic and you get lost in them so easily. I guess like the first couple of levels aren't as bad though, but it gets
Get over here and
ridiculous.
take what's coming to you. Out of my way.
Ow!
Get over here. Go, God.
And then
You there,
like,
stop. You ain't got.
and then like Jedi Academy's got the exact opposite problem where the oh yeah, but it. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I mean that makes sense. He's got a lightsaber. Yeah. But God, I remember that level in Jedi Knight 2 where you're in Nar Shaddaa,
Okay.
the vertical city,
Sorry, bud.
and there's snipers all over the place. Great level design to have snipers immediately after getting the lightsaber.
I'll get you. Oh man, I'm bleeding.
That famously short-range weapon.
Please.
I guess that's not level design, that's like structure of the game, but still.
Come with me. Thing.
Although, to be fair, you do get to do a bar brawl with the lightsaber, so
Error does not compute.
can't do that yet. Supercomputer user manual supplement 2.0.
Where are you? What's wrong?
Was it in here?
Hey,
'Cause
get
like,
up.
it seems like it should be in here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I saved. Yeah.
Not a damn thing.
Oh, it's not because I killed that dude, is it? I hope that's not like a game breaker thing. But yeah, Jedi Knight 2 is really good. I've got no weapon ammo left. You know, weapon ammo as opposed to the other kind. No, it's not
Think you can
him.
hide?
Where's this supplement? God, this game is so obtuse. I feel like I'm playing Jedi Knight 2 at the moment. I don't know where to go. I feel like I'm in Nar Shaddaa. Ah, that's pretty good. I'm going to do that. I'm stuck in that huge level in Jedi Knight 1 where you're in a big spaceship.
I see you.
Hey.
Wait till I get my hands on you.
Oh no.
Oh, dang. I'm tired.
God. I need you to be more tired. Oh, fucking robots. Oh, sorry everyone. I will find where to go. We always get there in the end. Oh, this is bullshit now. Stop shooting me. I don't deserve this treatment.
Please.
I'm hoping so. It's looking increasingly unlikely. Hey, that robot makes a doom door noise.
Sorry, bud.
That's fun.
Hurry, we got us a spy.
See, there's doom doors. That noise is the doom door noise, even though it's probably from something else. It's a doom door noise. It's like when you see a camel in a film and it makes the same noise as like the zombie man dying in Doom. It's not actually a camel noise, it's a zombie man dying noise. And they just happened to put it on a camel.
You asked for it. Like I'm supposed to be scared of you?
Yeah, that seemed familiar as well. Though. Oh shit. I don't know what to do. Lifts out from Unreal. Is it the one that goes, oh, when it when it hits the end? Oh. It's funny. It's always sounded like a person going, oh. That's the elevator sound I always remember from Unreal. Goes like that. Oh, do I just go back to the... Oh no. I better just go back to the level before. Hopefully. Because otherwise I've got no idea. Ooh. Speaking of Unreal sounds. That computer's definitely making Unreal computer sounds. There's definitely some Vortex Rikers shenanigans going on there. Oh, don't push me into the wall. Oh, go away. Why is it aliens now? Ooh, silenced. When do we get to fight the robot sharks? They're not going to have robot sharks and not have them be a thing. You are, mate. Frickin' laser beams. Gotta have that. I remembered to try that. It didn't work. What about a hand grenade? No, but it makes a dude flip, so there's that experiment completed. There's some science for you. Vending machine science. I'm sorry about this. I've got no fucking idea. No, I think I found the manual, but there's a supplement. It's ridiculous. There's like no clues for it anywhere. It's got to be in this bit, surely. It seems weird to just make you go back, but who knows? In this fucking game. Yeah, obviously, that's what happened on the score. Inside a drawer, oh fuck. Inside an obscure thing you'll never think to look into.
Lock and load.
Oh fuck me. I mean, I guess it's like, this is what you would have to do as a spy. But like, can't they give me like spy instincts where it's like, hey, this drawer is like glowing a bit. Maybe check this one. Because like looking through like limitless drawers, it's like not the best thing ever. Or like put good stuff in the drawers. Like, how about that? If this was Fallout, I'd be checking them anyway, because I need like screws and stuff to build my weapons with. At least Fallout 4 anyway. I'd be looking for adhesive to make a gun upgrade. So where do I go next? New Vegas. I mean, sorry, that's the boring answer, but Starfield looks fine. Oh, what? Flash grenade or something. Yeah, stuff. It looks like more of that, but the space angle is a nice sort of. It's a nice way to step it forward. I'm afraid it is. I think it's PC and Xbox because of the whole Bethesda business. Microsoft Howard 2022.
Payback time.
Clippy comes up. It looks like you want to lie about a video game that you're making. That's mean. I'm sorry, Todd Howard. But Fallout 76 was a clusterfuck, so it is partly deserved.
around here somewhere.
Was he chasing the scientist there? Right, what have we got now? In a super soldier pod? Crazy. Todd Howe. Yeah, it has to be like a compound word with a capital in the middle. Now with Todd Howard technology, it'll be like that.
Time to die.
Why is there like infinite enemies? I hate it. I'm looking for that armor that was around here somewhere.
You're up.
Yeah, cheers. I'll shut up if I need it. Oh, there's like an outer bit with armor in it. Where is that from?
Get yourself up.
Oh, I don't know where to go. Out of the way, robot. I hate you. Oh, shit.
Don't think you can hide.
Was it up a level? Oh god, yeah, the Indian police.
Now you're in trouble.
There's a thing there. But...
Sorry, bud. Just wait till I find you.
Where do I go? Oh, yeah, this was a room. Yes, armor. So it helps. Bit of first aid. Right. Sweet potato, probably. It's the 60s.
I know you're there. Eat lead.
Yeah, I used to like Todd Howard quite a bit, but yeah. Since Fallout 76, it's... I'm at least skeptical when he talks about stuff. Not that I've actually played Fallout 76, but, you know, I've heard a lot.
Here comes Papa.
So is this? Is it round here? I don't know.
I'm coming for you.
Yeah, true. A Starfield would make a good, like, canvas for mods, I think. Because you don't have to worry about, you don't have to worry about, like, land masses fitting together.
Don't think you can hide.
Like, whatever you want to do, you could just make another planet for it. Oh, fucking hell. Heaven forbid they do a new game, Jesus Christ. I think we're so hung up about franchises.
Come with me. No, back please.
I don't know how to get to there. Lower decks. I don't understand. This mission is fucking ridiculous. Can I get some help, please, on finding Armstrong, Matthew? I'm getting pissed off at this game now. It's so obtuse. It's ridiculous. Oh, I found it. Never mind. Don't towers are really like out of the way door though. I mean, come on. Even I had a map marker and I couldn't find the bloody thing.
You're in for it now.
Okay. Well, thank you anyway. Sorry I made you do the work. Oh, no table tennis minigame against yourself. Could we get one of them robots to play table tennis with me? Reprogram it. Yeah, I've got a supercomputer user guide.
Are you feeling any better today, Chuck? No, my deformed friend. Like all quantities, horror has its ultimate, and I'm that. Hey, that's from The Brain That Wouldn't Die, right? I love that movie. I never thought I'd be able to relate to Jan and Pan.
Oh, it's body removal.
You there! Stop!
Oh, what? Oh yeah, I remember you. There was a machine that made things into cubes. You'd sound like that if you were a cube man. Wow, I can shoot them. That's gruesome. That's upsetting. For some reason it's more upsetting than just shooting a person. Oh, okay.
You're in for it now.
Yeah, okay. What, shooting the cube or did I do something else unintentionally?
You're in for it now.
Oh, shoot the cube man.
Here I come.
Well, you know. That's what you gotta do as a stealthy spy.
Just wait till I find you. You okay?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. They should do a No One Lives Forever Mario Party game, and one of them cube men can be the dice. Or you could just have a board game. Yeah, it's got a little speaker in it. The board game one has a speaker in that just makes horrible sounds. I suppose you would have to paint like the numbers on.
Rick said you slept in the lounge again last night.
I couldn't get my door open. It's those stupid voice-activated locks.
Yeah, the system can't really handle fluctuations in pitch or tempo. So you gotta say things exactly the same each time.
How am I supposed to do that?
Easy. Get yourself
It's
a
like Kinect.
Works like a charm.
That's against regulations.
Maybe so, but sleeping in the lounge is against my principles. Hold on there, pal. Get out!
Alright, mate. Employee complaint form. Those are the uniforms and the logo. That whole trademark is with hair replacement for men. Bonding sessions.
Leave me alone. I'm unarmed.
That does sound terrible, to be fair. Oh, thank you, yes. Hydration. Well, Dwemer ruins are always appreciated in my book. They're always the coolest places to go in Elder Scrolls.
Don't hurt me.
Like fucking Blackreach in Skyrim.
Leave me alone. I'm unarmed.
It's fucking awesome. I will say, like, Bethesda's like writing isn't great, but their like art direction and world building is like top class. Yeah, Blackreach is so good. Oh. I think stealth is just like whatever now. Stealth's not even on my radar anymore. Hey, it's Cube Room again.
Give yourself around here somewhere.
That's upsetting. I'm still upset. But not upset enough to shoot him again. I found a plastic fork. Well, hey. Ain't that a tickety-boo time?
Cornelius Fitchpins, Ensign, 3rd class.
Oh, it's a voice thing.
Sound the alarm. I'll get you.
The thing said about a voice thing. They just love my, like, easy to understand commentary. That's so specific. You just immediately know what I'm talking about. You know the thing with the things. Yes, but it's, again, they just add into it, so it's like... At some point, you gotta think, like, isn't Unreal Engine 5 like updated Unreal Engine 2? I mean, it's... They can only do so much. And there's probably not many other engines that can really handle that level of, like, open world. Because people talk about how buggy those games are, but like... Oh, okay, well, UE3 then. It's basically the same thing. Well, people talk about how buggy those games are, but it's kind of astonishing that it even works at all. I mean, it's having to keep track of like hundreds and hundreds of NPCs and shit. Like, yeah, it's gonna break sometimes. Like, video games are fucking crazy now. And I think people forget that sometimes. It's easy to get cynical when a game only looks stunning instead of completely brain explodingly good. Like, I don't know. Games are hard to make. I think it's... People maybe shit on things a bit too readily. I mean, yeah, sometimes it's deserved, but I mean, you know. There's Malady. Is that Malady or Malady? That's what I want to know. I like that all these All these like evil corporations are like stupid acronyms. Oh yeah, Future Shock. They should do another Future Shock game.
Cornelius Pitch Pins.
Imagine if they came out with that.
These
That'd be
uniforms sure
crazy.
look a lot better than the old one. You there!
Oh,
This way!
yeah. What even? Oh, there's a camera there. That's fair. But also not that fair, because games these days, the camera has a big fuck off light on it to show its field of view.
Hold on there, pal.
I feel like
Please.
I feel like Bioshock came up with that one, where the cameras have a big light on them. Ah, you've got your acronym head on there, DP. I see what you did there. Gotta have the cool glasses. Oh, fucking hell. Fucking alarms. Alarms are just background noise to me at this point. Alarms are just part of my ambience. Wherever I go, alarms are sure to follow. Fucking get out of the way. I'll go through there. Go over. Come here, robot.
Don't hurt me.
I can't get out.
Please, leave me alone. I'm
You
unarmed.
have to die, I'm afraid. Please get stunned. Can I stun the robots? I like fry the circuits. Oh, I can.
System error. System error.
Nice. Well, that's good to know. I mean, it's only temporary, but... Oh, there we go. That was anticlimactic, actually.
Don't act so surprised.
I can't say I was expecting to see you here.
You thought I'd leave you to die?
Yes.
You think you can get me out of this mess?
Not a chance.
Oh no, it's Mime Guy.
Watch you die. I can see you are afraid.
Oh, we've got to kill him now. Brilliant. Love that. Love to kill mimes. Oh, he pops up like a weirdo. The sound's out of sync. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that one. Oh no. Is the sound out of sync for anyone else? Yeah, try refreshing. Oh, how am I supposed to do this in a time limit?
You don't stand a chance. I will
He goes away really quickly. Oh, he goes way too quick. I'm running out of ammo now. This is bollocks. Oh. Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's only so much ignoring I can do. Damaged. I wonder if it only appears where you aren't. Oh, you can see him as well. Oh, there we go. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, true.
Well, that's That's another one I owe you. Uh-oh. Let's get out of here.
Really? That would be amazing, though.
Abigail!
Abigail.
I can't control myself! Ah! Ah!
Sweet. I mean, maybe not sweet.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
So we have to
Head
escape.
down that way, or go wait over there.
Ooh, pardon me.
Right, I'm off now. See you soon.
In a way, this is like the space station in Actually, this is just like the flooding bit, isn't it? There's one. Where do I go? There's no way out. This reminds me a bit of the space station level of the first game, but not quite as good.
Hey, I need your help. My security camera's shorting out. It'll zap me if I get too close. Find the security office. What the hell?
What the hell? What the hell do I say? Oh. Nice. I haven't played Subnautica. Jim plays games, Sass, though. I watched him on the stream. Which, I think you're from Jim Plays Games, aren't you? So, you would probably know that already. But yeah, I haven't played it myself.
Where are you? Hold on, Mikey. I'll figure something out.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I didn't. Jim Plays Games here.
Get off! You're smashing me!
Oh, I'm smashing it. Let's jump around on it then. Yeah.
There's gotta be
Have a
another way out of
smash.
here. My mom is gonna be devastated. My big brother was aboard the space station.
Oh, the space station.
Talking that way. We're gonna make it out.
Continuity. Sorry about your brother. Although that wasn't my fault, that was a meteor shower. Oh, we're in the water. Wow, these doors work pretty well for saying we're underwater. Leave. Is that how that works? I guess it makes sense. Ah. Gonna go up here. Listen to my heartbeat, Emma. Oh no! Let's. Ah, phew. Hey, maybe a certain sound clip would be appropriate. I guess we haven't managed all together, but we certainly, for now, have done the thing. Where do I go? Again. Let's just go to... Perhaps it's more appropriate to wait until I've actually done this bit before doing that sound clip. Because there's always time for drowning yet. Oh, I don't know where to go. I just want... Okay, that one will do as well. That auto works. Oh, I can just go there. Those tanks are like, hey, maybe if you shoot me, you can get through this door. They're still in the way, though. How would you not be able to just swim past those? What the fuck? Oh, can you shoot the chains? Oh, wait. Oh, weld. Would this work? Can you do that underwater? That seems weird.
We've managed to avoid drowning.
Yeah, we did it. Thanks, Matthew.
You think you're tough?
I mean, I guess, like, they have to build oil rigs and stuff, so... Yeah, and boats. Well, no, they don't necessarily, because don't they have, like, dry docks for boats?
Get that fire contained. We're working on it. Work hard. That's right.
Yeah, true. It's not really... It's more just cutting, isn't it, I suppose? Ah, that explains it on the score. I'm glad we've got a naval expert in the chat. Oh, Fred loves Gordon. Are they the names of the twins of Harry Potter? No, that's Fred and George. Obligatory J.K. Rowling sucks disclaimer. Oh, there's a dude. They're shooting. Gordon. It does sound like a Weasley name, though. I can see a Weasley being called Gordon. There are some of the movies were out by this point. 2003, is it? Maybe 2002? Although with game development, it would only be the first film, really, wouldn't it? Because there's like lead times on that, isn't there? Yeah, J.K. Rowling was positively a wholesome figure back then. Who would have even thought? I'm not entirely sure where I'm heading here. But we seem to be making some sort of... We are heading directionwards, that's for sure. We are travelling in a directionwardly... A directionly direction. Yeah. You know, if this was a sensible game, this would be like a short sequence with things blowing up and it's obvious where to go. Yeah, that's the word I came up with, I think. It might have been me. I don't know if someone else said it, but yeah. What about wacky japes? I'm so lost. You didn't say directionwards before I did. That was my invention. Copyright me. No, I said it before then. See what you actually have to do. Oh, there's a way up here. Oh, you know. What you have to do is find a tiny machine in the thing. No, because I said it with... I said it when playing Deep Rock Galactic with Matthew and Lurid and people. Yeah, Rim's got his own. Rim's got his own language. Whenever we mention something he's not allowed to talk about because of his army stuff, he goes, that's his thing that he does. Sorry for outing you as doing army stuff. I'm sorry if I've ruined the security of Sweden. Oh, I've just said where you're from as well. And you've got me doing this, Rem. When you're having trouble in the game and shit's going wrong, you just start making strange noises. That was Rem who taught me to do that. Like that, you know. I don't know where to go. Oh, fucking hell. That's a dumb thing. Pull my finger. Oh, it's still going.
Quit grumbling. We could have left you for dead. Magnus, launch the escape pod.
Must be jammed.
Doesn't anything on this stupid base work the way it's supposed to?
Nope. Guess I'm staying after all.
What? That's crazy. I didn't come all this way to let you drown.
Got a better idea? I'm the only one strong enough for the job.
I've just realised then
Unless you want us all
that
to
purple minion is dressed like Commander
Wish me luck.
Keen. Well, that's swimming animation. Little doggy paddle.
There he is.
We've managed to avoid drowning.
Oh yeah, we have.
You can do it, Magnus.
Oh, what a strongman. Magnus the strongman. He's a muscle man. I feel like you don't hear the term muscle man very much these days. I haven't said muscle man in quite a while. It's the sort of thing you stop saying after you're about 5.
Look!
That's just great.
Could you see like a picture of I don't know, like a cartoon of a strong man in a book or something? You'd be like, that's a muscle man. Okay. Well, he's having a bad time.
You must call off this operation.
Call it off. Impossible.
It was never approved, only discussed.
Well, I suppose I could be convinced. For 100 million pounds sterling.
You're mad.
Am I?
Unless
I'm
$1
mistaken,
million.
once my super soldier sees chaos, it will be you facing the specter of annihilation.
You leave me no choice but to contact our ambassador in Washington.
Be my guest. Let's see if they believe you.
Sorry if there's fan sounds, by the way, but I need a fan.
Yes?
Because it's humid.
Hello,
and
Mother. Goodbye, Mother.
Don't you dare hang...
I just got off the phone with Washington. The Soviets are denying any involvement.
Lying bunch of whores.
I've not been
Washington has
following
warned them
the
that a
story
Soviet
of this
flag
game
flying
at
over the
all.
island of Chios will be considered an act of war.
I've completed my analysis.
So what's this?
Anti-super soldier serum.
Perfect. What does it do?
Do you want a technical answer?
Explain it so Barnes will understand.
It causes a chemical reaction in the super soldiers that essentially boils their innards.
Well, hot damn.
I think we should presume she's failed.
The animations are...
Where do I sign up for this shindig?
I think they're better than the first one, but the thing is...
You'll be on your own.
This game has more fidelity, so...
We've warned the local authorities.
The problems with the animations seem more apparent.
At least give the super soldiers some alternatives to
I think that's the problem.
Why didn't I think of that?
You've got to use your head, sir.
That wasn't funny. This game isn't as funny as... I dare say it's just kind of not that funny. The first one had some moments. Oh, we're here now? What?
I considered putting a bullet in your head while you were unconscious.
I feel like is the story really hard to follow as well?
You've caused us. It's not enough simply to let you die in your sleep. Director.
It's just a bit hard to follow.
There's an urgent telephone.
Why are we here?
For you.
We could have done with an establishing shot.
Start the mechanism.
Where was he going?
Do it yourself.
He did look a bit Zuckerbergian.
Welcome to the Manhandler, ARM's latest all-purpose death trap and
Oh
automated
no,
torture device.
it's like...
Let's take a look at what today's victim
It's
has
like the
in
end of
store,
Banjo-Kazooie.
shall we? Man crate. That's right, folks. The victim is about to become a living block of human misery. The perfect punishment for all those naughty boys and girls who need a reminder of how completely and utterly insignificant they are. The procedure is even 65% reversible, which means you can reward your man crates for good behavior by turning them into pale, quivering shadows of their former selves. Heat up the griddle and get your spatulas ready. We're making man cakes.
Oh no.
How about a bowl of chunky Manhattan-style man chowder?
No.
Mamma mia!
Let's
It looks
not.
like today's victim is in for maximum
I
punishment.
was expecting this game to go to those sorts of places.
Spaghetti with man sauce.
Oh, this is getting worse.
First, the victim will face the crushing agony of the mighty tenderizers. Next up are the howling saw blades, followed by the infernal flame
I think I've been.
and beating finally to the swirling agony of the man
there.
blender. This will be the first time the man blender has been used.
Do I have anything that can help
There's
me
a
out?
lot of anticipation in the air today, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's manhandle.
Or will it just let me out? Oh yeah. Yeah, your base is rubbish. Your base sucks.
I see you. Like I'm supposed
Oh,
to be
fuck.
scared of you.
No! Yeah. I suppose. Well, they've got woman ninja minions. Presumably, they've tested it on those as well. Yeah, exactly. It's like how we say mankind also applies to man chowder. I mean, duh. Just makes sense. What was Chios again? Was that a country? Is that like a fictional country? Or a real country? I don't think it's a real country. I've not heard of Chios anyway. Oh, is this a bit where we get stylish interiors? You know, as far as like officers of the big bad guy go, I'm not that impressed. There's just not much, there's not enough ominousness to it. He should have like a big chair with like 2 flamethrowers on the side. Maybe like gargoyles on the armrests or something. Artificial lava cone. Oh no! Oh no! That's pretty good. They're actual enemies now. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Get over here. Take what's coming to you.
Yes, it's but it's the enemy cube now. It's the Dispanion cube. Is that a word? I feel like as a term that makes some kind of weird sense, but Dispanion cube. That works, I think. It's not even that far underground, look. What sort of rubbish base is this? Maybe this isn't the real secret base. Let's go down here. Oh, this is just the Cupid machine. Is there a way out over there? No. Manhattan style man chowder. Enough said. How'd I interrupt power? Oh, there's like, oh. There's cables and stuff. Oh, hello. Oh, damn it. There was a James Bond Star Trek episode. I mean, I don't know why I'm surprised as all everything is a Star Trek episode. These cube men. Pretty good. Well, I'm glad that I'm on easy because at this point, whatever Star Trek, I don't know. I'm bad at watching TV shows, especially long ones. So I can only. I got through Babylon 5 because there's a nostalgia factor there because I did watch it a bit as a kid and I didn't really understand it, so you know, it's like, oh, I understand it now. I prefer the wars. I guess technically I kind of do, but I don't really. The newer Star Wars films are not great in general. I did try to start watching Deep Space Nine, but I mean, other people have warned me about this. The first season's pretty slow going. It's a bit sort of soap opera-y and nothing particularly eventful in them. Somewhere in the middle of season 4 of next year. Oh, keep it in mind. I say I'm really bad at watching TV shows. Even like stuff I want to watch, I'm bad at getting around to it. It took me until like a few months ago to watch Breaking Bad. I somehow managed to get through all of that. That took me about a year in total. I was hoping that what Underscore said was just like a made up idea and it just happened to be an episode.
Hurry, we gotta stop!
Besides, if you want to watch a holodeck western going wrong, clearly Red Dwarf is the best option for that. gunman of the apocalypse. I mean, come on. Oh yeah, I can do the stunning thing. Stop. I feel like they won't give me a rocket launcher about. Yeah, it's good shit. Oh yeah, block these, don't I? Get dunked on.
System error. System error.
Future Echoes. I don't remember that one. There's a lot of like different time travel episodes. It's hard to it's hard for me to pick them apart sometimes.
Get over here and take what's coming to you. Wait till I get my hands on you.
Was Future Echoes the one where like they're like, wait till you see what happens to you, Lister? And he's like a brain in a jar. Is that one? I can't remember. There's a lot of time travel in Red Dwarf. Oh right, yeah, that was one of the early ones, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that I do remember that being really cleverly written, actually. Yeah. Because it all like magically comes together. Yeah, that one is pretty good. I don't know where we go. Oh, maybe down here. I've not got much left for this one. Beverly goes to Planet Island and fucks a ghost. That sounds like the best episode from the description.
Project Lambda at this.
Your dog.
Ooh. This is a posh whatever this is. Oh fucking. Yeah, take your time. Just casually, yeah, don't worry about it.
Coming for you.
Hey.
Wait till I get my.
Boom, baby. Explosion time. Whomst among us wouldn't smooch a ghost? There's a board game escape room. Sounds pretty cool. Weren't you in a wheelchair, Volkov? Give me that ammo. Remember when this was a stealth game for like 2 minutes? That one time. I'm kind of glad that it's got the leeway to not be a stealth game, because whew, I'm not, would not be doing well. Let's upgrade them weapons. Upgrade that ammo. Or I should upgrade my search, really. It's taking ages. Yeah, well, I mean, even though stealth is maxed out, it's like I have to be in someone's eye line for a nano femtosecond, and they're like, "Get him!" I mean, there just isn't any stealth in this mission, it seems. Right, where do I go now? Again. My favourite stealth gameplay is probably MGS5. I really like Dishonored, but that's just because you can basically cheat and teleport everywhere. I only really like Dishonored because I'm bad at stealth, and like Dishonored's the perfect game for people who are bad at stealth. It's really good. Dishonored 2 is really good as well, like that is a solid sequel.
Sure did. You like it?
Heck yeah. Pretty damn spiffy compared to that crap we
Oh, I know what you mean with that one.
Temperatures up to 343 Kelvins. The previous substance
Every game is like, I should stream that, and now it's like, well,
that's actually by
I was wrestling with that this week actually, because currently it's Steam Next Fest, which it means loads of demos are on Steam of upcoming games, and I wanted to stream some of them, but I was like tired from work, and it was like ridiculously hot on Friday. Like unbearably so. So I couldn't do that. I mean, like an extra stream. I was gonna do like a midweek stream for Next Fest. But yeah, didn't happen. But I figure some of them demos are only going to be there for the week, so let's just play them. Let's just not stream everything ever. Like, not everything has to be a stream. But if some of the demos are still there, I do wanna play them on stream.
To attend to. Last time we met, it was beneath the ice. This time, it is over a lake.
Oh, Izzy's really bad in the heat, I'm afraid, because she's black. She's got black fur, so. And it's that sort of kind of thick curly fur, so she doesn't do very well in the heat, I'm afraid.
I'm going to mount your head.
Yeah, we can't walk her in the day. This is a silly boss fight. I like the sound. Oh, that's a good sound. Wow, that was silly. Was he a robot? That sounded weird. I want to remix that sound. That was cool. What terrible agony! Remember that last week. What terrible agony! I feel like we're near the end. This is like, yeah, it's called Endgame. That's clearly near the end. Alright, we're gonna fight Japanese lady. I've only got 1 bullet for this. 6 bullets for that. Oh, a few bullets for that. That's fine. Ooh. It's all quiet. That's a great search for no reason, even though there's probably not. There's probably like 1 or 2 enemies left that we can search.
I thought I might run into you. I knew I would run into you. What do you say we pretend we didn't see each other? I can't.
What is it with like evil layers and having a Japanese bit? Also, how as well? Well, is this just a secret base?
I'll cut you down.
Was it in Japan this whole time? This seems... This seems like not what she intended for the fight. Just being hit with a rocket launcher. This is very... Oh, this is that first level, isn't it? It's just at daytime now. So the Harm HQ was underneath the first level of this game. I mean, I guess you can do that. Ow, 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 ow. Have some cyanide. This music. Does anyone watch LGR? This music reminds me of the music LGR uses on his Thrift episodes. Someone in chat might know what I'm talking about. It's like the same chord progression. I mean, the LGR music's a bit more loungy and slow, but it's similar.
I was wrong to have spared your life all those years ago.
You've been nothing but a disappointment. Sayonara. Oh!
Okay. Oh.
Damn it.
He's a ninja too.
Are you all right? Can't say much for your taste in employers. He was like a father. You're better off as an orphan. I am in your debt. Then will you please stop trying to kill me?
Are you though? What?
What's wrong? Nothing is wrong.
What? What's happening?
Well, I'm late to a war. Sayonara.
He's still there. Wait, is that it? It's weirdly hard to follow this game. So that wasn't the last the level called Endgame sat in the headquarters of the enemy. And it's not the final level. Hey, this is the theme tune. We're finally here. You know, if it's playing the main theme, it's serious business.
We're detecting an unidentified submarine near the coastline. They slipped through the blockade.
Attention all personnel, we are at DEFCON 2. Repeat, we are at
Oh, I play DEFCON.
Think the president would let me push the button?
I'm surprised he let you use a telephone.
President Johnson is about to address the American people.
Exors was always way better at it than me. I would kill all my ships. That's a good joke, actually. Wait, they've got a place for it. Is it a real place? Oh god, what's happening? Oh hey, it's him. Still on holiday. Oh, I didn't know that.
God save us all.
Oh, Americans. Americans, am I right?
We're picking up an inbound jet fighter. The pilot is giving the code Fox Hunt.
Kate!
Foxhound, sir. We are VR. We are VR troopers, everyone.
What?
So is this the final level? Because this doesn't seem like a final
Didn't
level.
think you'd make it.
Neither did I. Where's the ammunition?
On its way. Bruno says they finished assembling the capsules. They'll be airdropping it to us any moment.
Good. We should be able to hold out as long as Dr. Schenker's super soldier tonic does what it's supposed to. I have an idea.
There's a
Stay
spot
here
to
and make sure
place
nobody gets near that
explosives. I noticed it. There's a lot of presents. This game has suddenly gone present crazy towards the end. Oh, nice. I'll have some of that. Nice. What's my missions? Let's sink the submarine and stop the super soldiers. Yeah, easy. Easy stuff. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the first level of Time Splitters Future Perfect. Which I know was set in Scotland, but I don't know. The layout and stuff kind of similar. That was in like a castle on an island. Different sort of terrain, but I know. Yeah, that came to mind for some reason. I'll go through there. Oh, I had to go in. Right in the front door. I don't know. Oh, it's the...
Look for caches of anti-super soldier serum. Need the serum to get rid of the invasion force.
Super soldier serum. Oh, look at him roll. Look at him go. What a champ. What a roly-poly champ. What was that noise? Just a random whale noise. You should be able to do like soldier bowling. Well, I've got no super serum. Oh, okay, I'll be where I'm getting the super serum. There we go. Oh, what is it? Is it a utility launcher thing? Yeah, that's it. Stop being a soupy soldier. A soupy soldier? Yeah, let's go with that. Soupy soldier. Did that work? That just seemed like a ball that went into him. Is this the right one? How do I change ammo again? Oh, that is the right one. Maybe it makes them vulnerable. Maybe they have to be like that first and then... Yes! There we go. Yeah. So we have to shut them down and then... Nice. And we do have a rocket launcher, so let's keep that handy. Ass! We picked up some ass. They absolutely did that on purpose. There's no chance that they didn't. Plant spot. Oh, they have a bomb. Oh, fuck. Oh, I didn't even... These super soldiers aren't that super. More like stupid soldiers. Got him. That'll show them. More like stupor soldiers. Because they're in a stupor. Well, Bioshock 1's still great. And like it's great because of Andrew Ryan and the setting and like stuff like that. It's not a great game to play in terms of like shooting guns. And the photograph stuff, I don't know what the fuck that was all about. That was kind of not great. And the Pipe Mania. Let's not even talk about the Pipe Mania. Subpar soldiers, I like it. got him again. Owned. They got wrecked. We wrecked them. No pun intended. Maybe a bit. Yeah, well done underscore. Well done. 3 cheers for underscore. Oh, hello. Turns out, other people. This, I don't know, even on easy baby mode this seems a bit basic. I mean, I imagine on normal difficulty this wouldn't be much harder because you just hide behind something a bit and just go do and then shoot with the... I feel like there's no stealth at all, like, even if you're not me, this doesn't seem like it'd be a stealth bit, really. Because look, I was there and it's already... Time for the rocket launcher. Stealth! 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 I love stealth missiles. Soz mate. One more super soldier to go. I love this final boss music. Ah, got him, Cure. Oh shit. There we go. Hey, yes, yes. Love to be full of ass ammo. It's my favourite thing to be full of. Sink the super secret submarine. Well, there was we got explosives now, like a bomb explosive. Because there was definitely a place to put one. Let me guess, it's going to be in the far reaches of time itself. Can someone look up where to get the explosives? Because I'm going to be waiting here for like... Well, not waiting. I'm going to be like searching for like hundreds of hours. If someone doesn't let me know where they are. I've got some 12 gauges. Oh no, we're on a route. I'm not sure, it's definitely the same, it's definitely Monolith. But I couldn't say whether it was like the same team within Monolith. It does seem a little bit sort of... I don't know, it just feels a bit flat, really. Like, the heart wasn't really in it as much. Maybe it's like, just because, like, they were sort of obligated to do a sequel and they weren't really feeling it, maybe. It definitely feels like the heart wasn't in it, at least not to the same degree. Yeah, this is as levels go in this game, it's alright. I could imagine this being a nice onslaught level in UT 2004. You go around the different areas in a manta. I could see that. Let's see Ons Kiros. Kios. .unr whatever. UT2. Whatever the file extension is for 2K format. Halo get. Oh yeah, this is a bit Halo-y. It's a bit silent cartographer, isn't it? I like them after 3. Before that, I kind of like the vibe of like Halo 1 and 2. I like the vibe of them. And obviously the music's amazing. Oh, it was there the whole time. Hey. But gameplay wise, the first 2 don't hold up for me. I think Master Chief is too fragile. And I feel like a lot of the times in Halo 1 and 2 you just end up dying and you don't know why. I mean, maybe that's just me being bad at the game, but like a lot of deaths felt kind of unfair to me in that game. Yeah, I mean, you gotta think though, like, first-person shooters were a PC thing. Oh, let's just watch this. Oh no, the Russians have taken over.
One small misstep for man, one giant calamity for mankind. I'll be sipping daiquiris on a beach in the South Pacific until it all blows over. Too bad Mammy won't be joining me.
Oh, hello. Oh. A super soldier lieutenant. Is this the final boss? Good aim. Do I have to shoot at him now? No, I don't ask him yet. Oh. Really? Just one? Not even 3 phases? Wow. Wow.
We're in business!
That was terrible. I've seen some bad final bosses in my time.
Too late, boys. she's out of range.
Holy shit.
Damn, I wish I had some popcorn for this.
That was phoning it in.
What's that girl up to?
Even the shootout with, like, was it Goodman who you have a shootout with in the graveyard? And the Volkov. The Volkov fight was, like, positively cinematic compared to that. Holy shit.
The Soviets are promising to launch a full retaliatory strike unless the missile is destroyed.
This is getting better by the minute.
Can that guy die? Can the American guy die, please? Laser. Wow, he's pretty accurate.
Oh, thank God. Wait!
He's gonna kill himself. Oh no.
What's wrong?
Stay back up.
No, Big Daddy. She was Abigail the whole time. What if that was actually it? That'd be weird. That was Kate's dad.
Well, that's enough for me. I'm long overdue for a pint or two.
Hey, same
So,
here.
what happened anyway? I thought you were going to guard the flag.
Don't even start, girlie.
I single-handedly fought off a super soldier invasion, and you couldn't even handle one little
Yeah, true.
self-infatuated sissy with a target pistol.
He took me by surprise.
Maybe you would have heard him coming if you didn't have your head up your arse.
Have some sympathy.
your arse.
I was shot multiple times.
Oh, my stream deck's not working.
Don't you mock me, woman.
That's
it
annoying.
stings.
Oh. Here's some concept art suddenly. Yeah, that was all a bit... I'm glad there's at least not like, well, I'm hoping not. Remember when I played North 1 and there was like an extra mission at the end? And it took ages to get through? I was not happy about that. Please don't be another extra mission.
Ah, there you are.
I'm done with
Anything
this.
interesting
bit.
happened while I was away?
Not particularly.
Yeah,
Well, I suppose you're probably
I
eager for some
agree.
excitement.
Not particularly.
Is everything all right?
Not particularly.
Wow, what was the joke there? Oh, hey, it's the proper theme tune now. Oh, this reminds me of North 1. Better times. It's a quality theme tune. Quite a bit better than the one to this game. I know, it wasn't bad. I hear no one lives forever. But yeah, like I said, it felt a bit, bit flat, maybe, bit sort of, oh, we've got to do a sequel, everyone liked the first one. I would still like to see a re-release though. Maybe someday it can happen. But hey, at least it's still accessible, you can get it running. Yeah, Contract Jack. We were talking about that earlier with Matthew, and we were playing a bit of Deep Rock Galactic, and I mentioned it there. Yeah, I could play Contract Jack next. I don't think I'm going to do that. From what I've heard, it's not even like so bad it's good, it's just bad and boring. So, yeah. Not interested in that. Oh, is it that short? Isn't it just like... It's like, isn't there a real storyline to it or something? I know there was something odd about it, like it was just like, here's some missions you can do. Spectacular. Haha. Nice. Thank you, product certification directors specifically. No one else, just Randy and Rod there. Three to 4 hours maximum. I mean, some games were that short. Did you ever play the first Zone of the Enders? The free game that came with the 40 quid Metal Gear Solid 2 demo. That was like, you could do that in 2 hours.
You're a disgrace to this family.
Yes, Mother.
Still great though.
Beauregard went to prison for
I should play Zone of the Enders 1
bad
on
as it could ever
stream
get.
time.
Beauregard is a saint compared to you.
Yes, Mother.
I hope you're proud.
Yes, Mother.
And another thing.
I quit.
What do you mean you quit? You can't quit.
Watch me.
Dimitri? Dimitri!
The world hasn't heard the last of harm. You can either stand with us or against us.
Oh, cool. I avoided all injury. Wait, how? Okay. Yeah. That'll do. Hey, that's like a perfect stream. Oh, hey, me, no, it doesn't. Why doesn't that work? That's weird. My Stream Deck doesn't work. I'll have a look into that. Oh, right, it's the bulletproof vest. That makes sense. Thanks for watching me play this game. I'm sorry if I wasn't...
Results have been incredible.
I'm sorry if I was whiny or whatever. It was fine. It's not bad. It's just a bit, you know... Nice. It is what it is, I suppose. It's there. It is an EXE you can load. It is Windows compatible. It is a video game you can play. So there is that. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it really. It's okay. Yeah, like the levels are too obtuse. The gun shooting was pretty good actually. That all felt fine. The stealth is a bit too sensitive. Yeah, it's alright. I'm not super impressed, but it's not bad. Oh yeah, thank you. I will pass on my regards to the fur boss. Yeah, next week will be a, let's just say it's a surprise, and not that I haven't decided yet. But I'll do a couple of like one-off streams of stuff, and then the next big game is MGS3. But I've got to figure out my setup again for that, because it's been a while, and my monitor's different now, so that's got a whole setup issue to deal with, because I've only got the one monitor at the moment, so yeah, I'll have to figure all that stuff out. But until then, some random games for the next few weeks. Look forward to that. Yeah, we're going to be eating snakes. The eater of snakes himself. Hell yeah. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, everyone. And I will see you next week. Goodbye. I said it weird. Bye.